Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Shmurdur Gauntlet series, starting with Camp Dead. And of course, it's starting off to a strong start. As you can see, everybody is getting eaten by a cow plant because they all chose on their own to be ridiculous and go for the cake. They certainly did. I did not choose this. I loaded in, and that's what they were already doing. Let's see. Let's start with our people. Sophia, the alien at the bottom of the screen that you see, is obviously an alien. She's clumsy, romantic, and a bookworm. We have here, that is Corbin, the blonde gentleman. There's Marin. Corbin is a mermaid. Marin, I believe, is just a regular human. And she is a glutton, music lover, and a bro. I had to take meat away from her, so she's actually a bro now. This is Caden. Caden's a werewolf. He's nosy, an art lover, and romantic. Over here, we have our vampire, Carlo Winslow. He is evil, self-assured, and in the know. Next, we have that's Miriam. Miriam's a perfectionist. She's family-oriented, and she's gloomy. That's Kiara with the two space buns on the top of her head. She's also a human. She is lazy, family-oriented, and a freegan. Here we have Skylar. He is self-absorbed, snob, and recycler. I don't know if we touched on everyone. I hope so. There's 8 people. Either way, I just wanted to let you know who they were. This, again, is Miriam. She is cooking, and she's just having a really rough day. Aren't they all, though? They started this out with a bang, with everybody getting eaten by a cow plant. I think except for Sophia in this round. At this point, she had not. Here we see our darling Miriam taking care of our murder chickens. Because why have normal chickens when you can have murder chickens? There goes Sophia. I don't know. Oh, she's going over to talk to Miriam. That's exciting. These guys are all hanging out. Oh, farting. Oh my goodness. They're all just got the toots. You know, I bet they had beans. I bet that was Frank's and beans or something. There is the let traits on this. I did a lot of the negative ones, like creepy crawlies. So you're going to find people getting spiders dropped on them a lot. And voodoo dolls, so it's cursed. And mold. Here, oh my gosh, you see Caden being a peeping Tom in the bathroom, peeping on Corbin. He didn't deserve that. It looks like there's a nice bonding moment between Miriam and Sophia. They're playing table tennis together. We called it ping pong when I was a kid. And, of course, Sophia does not like the bubble machine. Well, I'm sorry, but I thought you guys could use it to relax with. I see that Corbin is watching the television. It does take me a little while to realize I need to drop the walls. But don't worry, because my next round of all of this, Season 2, is going to be so much fun. We've still got a cow plant with a cake. That's going to happen. Now, is that Caden trying to fish info out of Corbin? Because it looks like it. He is so nosy. And over here we've got Marin and Skylar chatting it up while watching a movie. Looks like, and Skylar farted into the sofa. That's lovely. It looks like Miriam just never leaves those cow plants alone. Okay, nobody seems to leave the cow plants alone. You're going to find that to be a trend throughout this episode. That everybody's all about them cow plants. Also, as you can see, I have rodents in the background. They are all so much fun. And yes, I've got some Murphy beds. I've got a lot of death traps here and there. Okay, I've got the sauna. We've got a pool. We have Murphy beds. Later on, I install some vending machines. But that's going to come at a later time. For now, it took me a little while to realize, and yes, this is a voiceover because my audio got corrupted. But it's a full moon. And Skylar just wet himself on the way to the toilet. So he's only got himself to blame there. And that's going to be a pretty big trend. But, oh, there he goes. We see Caden doing his first transformation as a werewolf. And he's going to trash so much stuff. It's going to be so annoying. I did cut out a lot of footage of him just threatening people and standing around, because for some reason sometimes werewolves will just stop and stand there and look around. Caden decided that it might be safer to bathe in the pool that I put in for our merman, and also because it is a death trap. Sometimes they will kill themselves in it. It is currently summertime. This is my normal save. Alright, so, and I hadn't gotten around to fixing Strangerville yet, so Mother is still very much alive underground at the redacted lab. But, and you'll see that a little later in the video of why that's important to know. But, yes, it looks like Carlo is getting bullied and pushed away by Caden, who is now destroying the shower. That's not great. There he goes. And he's gonna be kind of a butt. And she's like, nah, bye. But of course, my chairs. Lasai. I spent a lot of time watching him run around like a maniac and watching him try to intimidate everybody while everybody's like, dude, chill. You're fine. We've got this. There's a bench there. This is my first time. I apologize. Also, I'm apologizing. I think you guys just heard me scratching my head. But there's a bench there, so I don't know why I didn't turn a lot or I didn't drop the walls for a long time. I normally do half walls. Anyways, I did at this point, I believe. Yeah, I do have half walls, but those half walls themselves don't drop. And I did that because I figured, camp shower, you should have a gap. Our merman is sleeping in the pool. Of course, there's Corbin, yes. Looking so pretty. I literally just random made these Sims. I did not choose their outfits. I did not choose their looks. It is all as they are. I just randomized everything that I could. And why? Because I was being lazy. And because I didn't want to put that much effort into a bunch of people that I'm purposefully going to kill. Oh yeah, by the way, did I mention that the lot is spooky? So, it's got a lot of dead people that's going to float around at night. And that's going to be so much fun because they break stuff too, It looks like we just had Corbin getting attacked by the bees. And of course, Caden is at it again. Not the TV. There he goes. Well, you know what? I guess while you're a werewolf, you can't really watch TV, so nobody should be able to, right? That logic makes sense. But, of course, logic doesn't make sense when you're in werewolf form, I suppose, because you're kind of in a rampage. And we see yet another bout of somebody playing with the cow plants. They do this a lot. Like, I swear, I considered locking the cow plants up and just having that be like a challenge. Because, my Sims never played that game. Don't Wake the Llama. Which is a shame because it's kind of cute. I did. There were times when I would make them take care of things like the chicken, like the murder chickens and the cow plants and the piranha pond. I made them take care of these things so that they didn't die. That didn't stop one of the cow plants from obviously dying. And, you know, that's always fun. There you can see that sink was not broken before. It got broken by a ghost. Oh, look. Marin woke up and she has to tinkle. He's still up and going with that cow plant. And now he's going to go mop up umpteen thousand puddles. That's another thing. I wound up having to start replacing the fixtures that were broken because they would just mop constantly. And of course, our dear Carlo, who is probably the oldest of them all because of him being a vampire, is just taking care of all the necessity things. Marin, see, this is why I had to do it, because she kept mopping up all of the mold piles, and I really wanted there to be some mold. These guys are having just a nice little chit-chat in the sauna. Must love. Oh, wait. Except that they're fighting. That's right, because Carlo is mean. Not Carlo. Corbin. He's mean. He's an in-the-know, mean dancer. And, it looks like Miriam is still sleeping in the tent. I wind up taking the tent away as well because they would just hide in it. Oh, she got eaten that time. Silly goose. And these two broing it up. There goes a random chicken on the loose. I wonder where he seems like he's on a, she. That one's a girl, I believe. She's got a purpose. And no, she just stops there. That's it. This one, I swear, Kiara fished up so much garbage. So much food garbage. And was just eating it. And it's just there. There was not a lot that happened during this very first episode, believe it or not. After the first little bits, after the first accidental werewolf crazy bit, oh, and him running off the lot to go chat with random people, I put up a fence, as you can see. And as you can see, another good reason I did is because there's somebody outside who's possessed. And it took me a long time to realize that here, there are two possessed people that got stuck inside. They got stuck, and I couldn't convince them to leave. Of course, as you can see again, everybody around the cow plants just hanging out, not stopping to chill or anything. Like they're not going into the rec room, they're not going into the game room. They're just playing with the plants in the dead of summer in Strangerville. So there's that. She does, though. I tell ya, Miriam spent a lot of time on that game. And here we see Caden making an I'm sorry breakfast. I don't remember what the breakfast item was. I think it was only for him, which is great. And Miriam autonomously made a sandcastle in the middle of the garden area. Over here, again, I'd like to remind you that this is Skylar. And he is just miserable. See, she keeps doing it. She does wind up with a different trait from neat. I do wind up stripping her from her neat hat. She's no longer allowed to wear the neat tiara. This is Caden, Miriam, and Skylar all chilling out. And, of course, I don't know who it was. I never will. But somebody set the grill on fire. But on the plus side, they were able to get it up before I had to replace it. Because as you can see, I maxed the money out because I got tired of replacing everything. For her, she was going to go play with the piranhas. And then she decided to turn straight around and go to the cow plants. I swear. Kiara's got one thing on her mind is them cow plants, you know? But once they started having cakes sticking out of their mouths, and yes, finally Sophia joined the rest in being eaten by a cow plant. Once, I think only one of them winds up afraid of a cow plant. The rest of them don't seem to care. But they'll only play with or hang out with or do any interactions with the ones that are okay, I know what's going on. I'm so sorry about the silence stretch. I'm trying to see if I've got my MC Command Center on, or if I can possibly convince them to turn away. Because and then she winds up stuck inside too. So there winds up 3 people stuck inside. But I'm trying so hard to get them to snap out of it, so that I can, because they were the welcome wagon. The two of them, the one's still holding the fruitcake. We wind up eating the fruitcake later, but they're just running around, or really they're just standing there. I put the gate in front of them, hoping that they would, and then this one started coming up this way. So I'm like, oh no. So I hit the lock button, and he still winds up opening the door. So I'm like, slam that. Spoiler alert though, those 3 don't wind up leaving the camp alive. You'll see that at a later video. Here again, we've got cake sticking out of the mouths, and we've got them being ignored, while the ones that don't have the cake sticking out of their mouth are being played with and toyed with, while everyone else around them is just having chats. Meanwhile, the possessed ones look like they're kind of sad they're missing out. I just wish that they would have autonomously fed the cow plants. I've never seen a sim autonomously feed the cow plant before. Let me know if you have down below. My hens were lovey-dovey. For being demon hens, they were very lovey-dovey. That was just how it turned out. But nobody winds up dying in this episode. Just getting close by being eaten by cow plants. Here we just saw Corbin wet himself because he refused to go to the bathroom, instead wanted to hang out and chat. Everyone really did. I mean, I swear, the majority of the food that they ate was based off the grill. Here we have Marin playing with the piranhas for a minute. So at least they got a little bit of attention by somebody. I mean, I always expect a little more because it's such a nice little spot. So, okay, here's our vampire. That's Carlo. He's quite nice. Why am I showing? Oh. And that's basically everything that happened in this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. I would appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. TTFN.